Greetings, Sanctuary members and anyone else who may be hearing this message. Allow me to take a moment to first thank you for being members of our community or at least curious about what we're doing at Sanctuary. In this video, I'll be providing some updates that you might find helpful. Now, as I've been reflecting on our ceremony season, our minister trainings this year, and as we begin planning for next year, I have been struck by how much we have grown. And I don't mean us as an organization, I mean us as a community. The vision that we had for Sanctuary is coming to life more beautifully than we could have ever imagined. What lights me up the most, and what confirms that we are growing as a true community, is the support we see between our members. This has been witnessed in ceremonies, and more importantly, in the integration process. Your collective care for one another has shown itself as you support each other through trying times and celebrate each other's successes. One of the most touching examples is the love and support our nationwide community has shown Lenore Crenshaw when her beloved husband Russell passed away shortly after a cancer diagnosis. Russell was such a lovely soul who taught me and others a great deal. News of his passing was shared with me delicately by Jeff Love shortly after grounding from my birthday ceremony, in which, to my surprise, Russell showed up to remind me that we are all each other. I reflect on the power of that ceremony and Russell's appearance often since that September afternoon. I also recall the amazing care that Jeff, one of our new board members and our most active minister, showed me that day. It was, in fact, the first time anyone had ever sat for me. Until that day, for 25 years, whenever mushrooms were consumed in my presence, even if I was one of the communicants, I had always been the responsible party. So yes, while I rejoice at seeing our community support each other, I'm also rejoicing that I too now benefit from that support. It's probably challenging for most of you to realize the paradigm shift that Sanctuary is for both psychedelics and spirituality. What you're doing is truly revolutionary. And while there are a handful of us behind the scenes pulling levers and flipping switches, it is the community showing up day after day in loving care for each other that is really running the show. Exploring new ways to improve our community offerings and provide greater value to our membership, we have recently created the Foundations course. Free to our Foundations members, this course is the pathway into deeper community experience and donation-based ceremonies, something I have personally been trying to figure out how to incorporate into our community since its inception. There has been some confusion as to what this course offers and how it is of value, particularly to our more established members. So please, let me break it down for you. Inside the Foundations course, you'll find 4 modules offering 2 unique classes. In one, I share teachings and an open Q&A time where we explore the spiritual and legal foundations of our church, our history, and the structure that supports our sacramental path. In the other, Courtney guides us through relating as our culture, offering embodied, authentic relating practices. These are the same relational tools we use in our circles, ceremonies, and Sunday services, and over time I have come to see just how essential they are. They truly form the heartbeat of how we grow together. Over the 4 modules, we gradually deepen our understanding of what it means to participate in this community. In Module 1, we look closely at what it means to be an actual church, how our approach differs from recreational or clinical models, and how a spirit of welcome goes hand in hand with personal responsibility. In the second module, we explore the sacred history of mushroom communion and our own origin story, including the arrest that occurred 10 years ago and how that experience helped to clarify our path. In Module 3, we turn towards ceremony, ministry, and service, how we hold space for one another, what ministership looks like within this church, and the importance of showing up honestly as a practice of transformation. The final module introduces our holacratic mycelial way of organizing, learning how to participate in community leadership with integrity, honoring both ourselves and each other as we co-create this living spiritual culture. Finishing the course opens up the door to the full Foundation's membership experience. You'll receive a complimentary membership ID, access to 2 integration calls each month led by our ministers, the ability to join our donation-based member ceremonies, and opportunities for deeper conversations and minister-led clubs. More than anything, this course is an initiation into a new paradigm, one where working with the mushroom is not a quick fix retreat or passing trend, but a shared, ongoing spiritual practice. It's an invitation to help build and tend a living community of practitioners who are returning to our shared spiritual home together. And like the mushrooms we love, Psanctuary needs resources and space to grow. In 2025, we saw a substantial dip in funding, and in order to continue offering this powerful work, we need your help. Joining or upgrading to the Foundation's membership is one of the most direct ways you can help ensure that our vision continues to unfold. When more members join or upgrade, it genuinely helps our little church keep running, covering our basic operational needs and allowing us to continue offering ceremonies on a donation basis, also keeping our minister trainings accessible and helping us bring this work to the wider world. If Psanctuary has been meaningful in your life, I'd ask you to consider stepping in a little further, whether that looks like joining or upgrading to the Foundation's membership, sharing a Sunday service or other offering with friends, inviting someone to attend something Psanctuary offers with you, or even volunteering some of your time and gifts. Every bit of participation and support goes a long way. As someone who understands the economic challenges of our times, I'd be lying if I said even I didn't consider not paying the monthly contribution. But then I remember, historically, churches ask for 10% of their members' income. It's no wonder churches have been some of the most financially resourced institutions in the world. Our $35 a month may seem substantial, but it is a foundational part of what keeps the switches flipping behind the scenes, and over time, it's what will allow us to lower the cost of our seminary programs while continuing to offer ceremonies on a donation basis. And this is something you won't find in many or maybe any other places in the psychedelic world. Sustaining these kinds of offerings requires steady growth, which is part of why we recently brought on Scott Gill as our media director. He's already helping us share powerful stories and footage that communicate Psanctuary's message to a wider audience, so that more people who need this work can find their way here. Those of you who have been with us for a while have seen the many changes we have gone through in an effort to provide the most accessible and progressive approach to psychedelic spirituality. We are still working out some bugs, but we are making so much progress. One of the most valuable offerings so far is our Mighty Networks community platform, a central home where we can gather, learn, support one another, and build local connections. We are currently migrating our seminary materials here so that all offerings can be accessed in one place. If you're unclear how to get on Mighty Networks, you can follow the link in the video description below or the link at the bottom of the blog for easy access. There you can find members geographically near you or sign up for one of our virtual member circles hosted by one of our ministers. Change is hard, even for open-minded folks like us. And I sure hope to see you at more of our upcoming Zooms and in-person offerings. It may feel like the world is falling apart around us, but I'm confident that our non-dogmatic spiritual community, connecting with each other and with our higher power, will prove to be the wisest investment, not only in ourselves, but in our generations to come. And the mushrooms may just be the sacred medicine that helps us build a better world. If you're hesitant to share about Psanctuary, we understand. We may be in a psychedelic bubble, but most of the world is not. This is one of the reasons why we have made the History of Sacred Mushrooms presentation available to the public. It may help your loved ones understand the depth and anciency of what we are doing. The drug war was highly effective at undermining communities like ours, and it will take substantial re-education to turn the tide. You can find a link to that presentation by joining our public events calendar via Mighty Networks, in the show notes, or at the bottom of the written blog. In whatever ways you contribute to our community, it is deeply appreciated. Your membership and participation is what breathes life into Psanctuary. Looking back, years from now, I can only imagine how proud we will all feel, knowing we helped to bring so much healing and connection into our world. The mushrooms are amazing, but remember, we are the medicine. And as always, much love.